Do you like candy?
Bro, you literally sound like you're gonna kidnap me and put me in your van or something. Hey, but I'll take any candy you give me, Ted. How's it going, guys? My name is Tibor, and this is my channel. You might notice that my channel's pretty small, like micro PP small. So what does a channel like me gotta do in order to get bigger? Well, a little bit ago, I had the idea, what if I just fake a collaboration with a bunch of different YouTubers and just post those? Would people see the big YouTuber in the video and decide to check out my content as well? Or would they just completely ignore it and continue on with their lives? Today, fellas, we're gonna answer that question. I'm gonna show you how I faked the collaborations and what the results were from posting them. So in order for this to work, I need three things. One, I need a clip that's high quality, but not too viral where somebody will recognize it and know that the clip isn't real. I need something nice and in between. Two, I need a clip where the creator is at least talking to somebody so I can edit myself in there. And three, the creators need to have their cameras on. I also wanted to focus on creators that had a similar sense of humor to me because I just feel like that makes sense. So I focused a lot on content creators like Schlatt, Fitz, Ted Nivison, and Pyro. Now let me tell you, finding the three things that I mentioned I needed with those creators was pretty goddamn difficult. Obviously, it goes without saying, some of them were much easier than the others. Like for example, Schlatt and Ted Nivison, they had the podcast called Chuckle Sandwich where they both have their face cameras on. It's so fucking easy to edit yourself into one of those. Creators like Pyro and Fitz though, holy fuck, it felt like I was spending years of my life trying to find clips of the two of them. They really don't have a lot of footage of them talking to people, and the footage that they do, it's usually in real life or on a podcast without face cams. So it was difficult, man. So step number one was finding the right clips to use. Now, as I said already, Schlatt and Ted have hundreds of hours of podcasts with their face cams on and everything to sift through. All I had to do was find a clip that I wanted, record something goofy, and then edit myself in. It was super easy. Obviously, I didn't want the clips sounding faker than a woman after plastic surgery, so there were times where I had to go to other podcasts to get video of them laughing or something like that. Let me just say, I feel like I've watched more Chuckle Sandwich videos than anybody else on the planet ever has. So I guess I got that going for me. I'll throw that in my Instagram bio or something. Now, the clip that I ended up going with was the one I showed at the start of the video, but I also wanted a clip that kind of centered around Schlatt more than anybody else because let me tell you, he's a magnet for views. I don't know, maybe it's the sexy chops, but I haven't gotten a chance to post that second clip to my shorts channel yet, so the results are to be determined. This is what the second clip looks like though.
I've been massaging myself with a fucking knockoff Theragun.
You should try massaging yourself with a real gun, Schlatt. I hear that works wonders.
Ah! What is this, a tattoo?
Where the fuck did you get that?
From?
Schlatt's got a prison tattoo, man. I'm jealous. Moving on to Fitz. Now, I was expecting this guy to be the hardest because he essentially has very little to no content of him with a face cam in it. But thank fucking God I got blessed by my man, Jesus Christ himself, because 3 months ago, he posted a video with a face cam. Hell yeah. Honestly, I was so grateful because I was dead ass ready to spend like a decade looking for a clip to use. But the tough part about editing myself into this one was the fact that I wanted it to be continuous. So I wanted both of our cameras on the screen for the majority of the short. I just felt like that made it a lot more realistic and I felt like it was easier to follow as a viewer. And since I wanted both cameras on screen the entire time, I had to time my lines perfectly to Fitz's, which proved a little more difficult than I thought it would be. I think it took around 6 takes to get it exactly how I wanted, and this is what I ended up with. You know we got illegal weed here in Canada, bro?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I don't really smoke too much these days, but
what?
It's always good to know.
You're like the weed guy, though. Like, if I was to smoke any weed with anybody, it'd be with you, bro.
That was always more of a Swagger Souls type of thing, you know? I was just tagging along for the ride. Turns out that guy was a terrible influence, man. Like, he really...
Fuck, man.
He down a bad path.
Oh, man.
No, I smoked last night.
Now, to be honest, it's not my favorite out of the shorts I've done because you can hear other content creators talking into it and it kind of ruins the immersion for me a little bit. It doesn't feel as real as I think it could, but like I said, I did the best I could. It's good enough to the point where I think it'll fool some people at least. Lastly, we've got Pyro. Now, Pyro was the hardest guy to find a clip for by far. It wasn't even close. Like, I would deadass have an easier time finding fucking Waldo or something. Even though Pyrocynical posts a shit ton of videos, most of them are drama videos these days, so it's usually just him one-on-one talking to the camera, and the videos that he does have of him talking to somebody is usually in his podcast where they don't do face cams. There was one video that a YouTuber named Oopaville did with him where it was kind of like a podcast format, and it was absolutely perfect for what I needed it for, but unfortunately the video was too kind of heavily edited, so it was really hard to insert myself in there when there was edits going on every 5 seconds or so I had to go with something really basic. I'm still happy with it, but I think I could have done better, to be honest. Bro, he kind of looks like Leafy is here. Now here's what you've been waiting for, the results. Honestly, when it came time to post my work, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if the video would blow up and people would absolutely fall for it. My channel would blow up, I would become a multi-millionaire overnight, fuck off to Russia, and then die there. Or maybe the videos would blow up and I would get crucified, called a fake, and get just absolutely blasted on the internet. I really wasn't sure what to expect at the end, but unfortunately, the results were, underwhelming, to say the least. So on my YouTube Shorts channel, the video that showed mainly Ted Nivison that I showed at the start of this video, it got around 421 views on YouTube, and it followed up with 735 views on TikTok. Both of those numbers were pretty average for my TikTok and YouTube accounts, so it wasn't really anything to write home about. At the very least, it didn't get 0 views. That was a win in my books. The next video I posted was the Pyrocynical video, and on YouTube it reached around 1,300 views, which is actually pretty decent for my Shorts channel, considering it only has like 277 subscribers, I think. So I was pretty happy with that result, especially with how easy the clip was to make. But then something happened, something unthinkable. On TikTok, yeah, they took the video down immediately. The video didn't even get to start to walk, let alone run. Like, I literally posted the video and I came back 10 minutes later because the TikTok account normally gets views within the first 10 minutes, and I saw it was banned, and the disappointment I felt, nothing compares to it, man. TikTok is just so crazy with the rules, though. Like, I can't get Hitler, a fake Hitler, into my videos. What can I do these days, huh? Now, the saddest part is they fucking butchered my TikTok account. When I took that video down, my views absolutely plummeted from around 700 to 1,000 views a video to 0. That's not even an over-exaggeration, man. I've gotten either 0 views or single-digit views ever since that video got taken down. So, thanks for that, TikTok. I really appreciate it. Hey, I'm glad you allow sexual thirst traps on the site so I can cheer myself up with some titties. I really appreciate that. The worst part is I didn't post the other 2 videos yet when I posted that video and it got taken down. So those videos got blasted by the single-digit view effect. And that's what kind of pushed me to release this video early before I even posted the last clip, because I just figured it's not gonna get any views unless something magical happens, some miracle of some kind. But if it does, I'll keep you updated, don't you worry. Now, the last video I got to post was the Fitz one, and on TikTok, it got a staggering 1 view. I'm probably gonna retire with the money I made from that, I think. On YouTube Shorts, though, it did much better. I think it hit around 800 views, and it even got a comment, too. Now, even though I didn't get the results that I was hoping for, on the plus side, I got a video that was kind of fun to make. And I also got a thumbnail that made me want to kill myself trying to make it look as realistic as possible. Now, I'll probably try this challenge again in the future, probably when I have a bigger following of some kind, because I think it'll be way easier at that point. But yeah, we'll wait until then. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.